Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at this iPhone 4 32GB on iOS 4.2.1. I picked this up off of eBay for $16.83. Now, the seller itself thought that it must have been iCloud locked because they couldn't get past the activation screen on iOS 4, and that's because the activation process has to be done through iTunes instead of actually on the device like it is today. iOS 4 was the last version of iOS where you actually had to set it up via iTunes. iOS 5 introduced the setup.app, which allowed you to set up the device from the phone itself without actually needing to connect it to iTunes. You can see here powering on the device, you can see the old school Apple logo, and it continues to boot into iOS 4. Now we can see we're at the activation screen, and that is where the seller couldn't figure out what to do. And it's pretty self-explanatory. All you got to do is plug the iPhone into iTunes and give it a couple of seconds and it'll just go to the lock screen and you can actually activate the iPhone, and it's working just like that. So you can see here, if I go into settings, general and about, it's running iOS 4.2.1 and is also a 32GB iPhone. The iPhone 4 shipped in 2010 and came with iOS 4 but can run all the way up to iOS 7. It features a 3.5-inch LCD, an Apple A4 processor, 512MB of RAM, and came in 16, 32 and later 8GB of storage. I currently own two iPhone 4s running iOS 4. The one on the left is the one we just unboxed on iOS 4.2.1, 32GB, and the one on the right is also 32GB on iOS 4.3.5, but also has iOS 5.0.1 SSH blobs, and is in a 24-karat gold-plated housing, which looks absolutely stunning. And I restored this phone to mint condition a couple of months ago, so go ahead and check out that video. Link will be down in the description. Currently, I have an iPhone 4 on every version of iOS that the iPhone 4 is supported on. I have 2 on iOS 4, 1 on iOS 5, 1 on iOS 6, and 3 on iOS 7. While I wouldn't recommend using an iPhone 4 in 2018, I would recommend one of these if you want to get into collecting iPhones or you just want to mess around with iPhones, because these are jailbroken for life, which means you can update them and still be jailbroken on the latest version that these things can run. They are a little bit slow, but they also have boot ROM exploits, which allows for a lot of tweaking and messing around with the phones. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos just like this, make sure you go ahead and check out the iPhone playlist. Link will be down in the description, and I'll catch you guys next time, another one of my great videos.